Be me. 24-year-old, working at tech startup as junior developer. Dating Jessica for about 8 months. She's 23, works at some marketing agency downtown. Relationship is whatever, not great, not terrible. We barely argue, but also barely connect on anything deep. One Friday, she texts me, "We need to talk tonight." Oh boy, here we go. Meet up at this coffee shop near her place. She's wearing way more makeup than usual. Anon, I think we should take a break. I ask why. I just need space to figure things out. Classic line. Honestly, I'm not even that upset. We shake hands like a business deal and part ways. My roommate Derek finds out. Bro, she's definitely seeing someone else. I tell him I don't really care. Dude, what? You're not even mad? Not really. The relationship was mid at best. Derek looks at me like I'm insane. That's the most unhinged response I've ever heard. Whatever, man. Weekend passes, I'm just gaming and hanging with friends. Monday at work, my co-worker Amy comes up to me. "Hey, I saw your ex at the bar Saturday with some dude." Cool story, Amy. You're not upset? Why would I be upset about my ex doing X things? Amy seems disappointed by my reaction. Most guys would be freaking out right now. Most guys aren't me, Amy. She walks away shaking her head. Tuesday, I'm at the gym. See Jessica working out with some tall, muscular guy. He's spotting her on bench press, hands way too close. She sees me, makes eye contact. I just nod and continue my workout. She keeps looking over, expecting a reaction. I'm just focused on my sets. Guy she's with notices. "Yo, is that dude staring at you?" I can hear her whisper something. They leave like 10 minutes later. My gym buddy Marcus walks up. "Wasn't that your ex with that dude?" "Yeah." "And you're just cool with it?" "We're broken up, Marcus. What she does is her business." "Bro, that's the most cuck behavior I've ever seen. Or maybe I just don't care, Marcus." He laughs and calls me a Redditor cuck. Thanks, Marcus. Very helpful. Wednesday, I'm getting lunch at this sandwich place. Jessica walks in with the same tall guy. They sit at a table directly in my line of sight. She's being super loud and flirty. "Oh my God, Brad, you're so funny." Brad looks uncomfortable with how loud she's being. I'm just eating my sandwich, reading an article on my phone. She keeps glancing over. Brad notices. "Do you know that guy?" She plays it off. "Oh, that's just some guy I used to know." Some guy. Ouch. I finish my sandwich and leave without looking at them. Get a text 20 minutes later. Really mature Anon, ignoring me like that? I don't respond. Thursday, my friend Lisa invites me to happy hour. Bring whoever you want. It's at Murphy's. I show up with Derek and Marcus. Guess who's there with Brad? Jessica sees me immediately, starts getting super touchy with Brad, hand on his chest, laughing at everything he says. Brad is clearly confused by the sudden affection. Lisa notices the whole thing. "Is that your ex?" "Yep." "She's trying really hard to make you jealous." "Seems like it." "And you don't care at all?" "Not particularly." Lisa stares at me. That's either really healthy or really concerning. Probably concerning Lisa. Derek chimes in. "Dude, you need to show some emotion here." "Why though?" "Because that's what normal people do." Jessica gets up and walks past our table. Accidentally bumps into me. "Oh, sorry, didn't see you there, Anon." "No worries." She waits for more. I just turn back to my conversation with Lisa. Jessica stands there for like 10 awkward seconds. "Okay then, bye I guess." She walks back to Brad looking frustrated. Brad is on his phone, clearly not invested in whatever this is. Marcus leans over. "Bro, she's spiraling and you're just vibing." "That's the plan, Marcus." Friday I get added to a group chat. It's Jessica, her friend Rachel, Brad, and me. "Guys, we should all hang out this weekend." Who adds their ex to a group hangout? Rachel texts separately. "Hey Anon, Jessica wanted me to add you." I respond asking why. "Honestly, I think she's trying to make you jealous, lol." Cool. I leave the group chat. Jessica calls me 5 minutes later. I let it ring. She texts, "Why did you leave the group?" Didn't see the point in being there. We can all be mature adults about this. Then be mature and don't add me to weird group chats. She goes offline. Saturday, Derek drags me to some house party. "You need to get out and meet people, bro." "I'm fine at home, Derek." "No, you're not. You're becoming a hermit." We get to the party. It's packed, music too loud, typical college party vibes. I'm talking to some girl named Maya about The Office. She's actually pretty cool. "So you're saying Jim is actually the villain?" I explain my theory about Jim being a manipulative guy. Maya is laughing. That's the most unhinged take I've heard, but I kind of love it. Then I see Jessica across the room. Of course she's here. She's with Brad again. but now she's literally pulling him toward us. Oh my god, Anon, fancy seeing you here. Hey, this is Brad, my boyfriend. Boyfriend, that was fast. Brad extends his hand. Nice to meet you, man. We shake hands. Seems like a decent dude, honestly. Jessica is waiting for drama. I just say nice to meet you too and turn back to Maya. So anyway, about Jim Halpert. Maya picks up where we left off. Jessica is still standing there. Brad tugs her arm. Babe, let's go get drinks. She reluctantly leaves. Maya looks at me. Was that your ex? Yeah. She seems intense. That's one word for it. We exchange numbers and keep talking. Actually having a good time. Jessica keeps walking past us every 10 minutes. Each time she's more affectionate with Brad. At one point, she's practically sitting on his lap on the couch nearby. Brad looks like a hostage. Derek comes up to me. Dude, your ex is literally making out with that guy right there. I know, I have eyes, Derek. And you're just talking to Maya like nothing's happening. Because nothing is happening, Derek. He throws his hands up. I don't understand you, man. Maya laughs. I think it's refreshing, honestly. Most guys would be causing a scene right now. Exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Party winds down around 2 a.m. Maya and I are still talking. Exchange social media, make plans to grab coffee. Jessica intercepts me as I'm leaving. Brad is passed out on the couch. So you're just gonna hit on girls in front of me? We're broken up. It hasn't even been 2 weeks, Anon. You've been with Brad this whole time. That's different. How is that different? She doesn't have an answer. You're supposed to be upset. Why? Because we dated for 8 months? And you ended it. She looks like she's about to cry. You really don't care at all, do you? I tell her we had a decent run, but it wasn't working. I thought you'd fight for us. There was nothing to fight for. We were just going through motions. She wipes her eyes. Brad isn't even my real boyfriend. What? I've been paying him to pretend. You've been what? Turns out Brad is an actor she hired off some app. $50 an hour to play her boyfriend. I start laughing. Can't help it. This is insane. It's not funny, Anon. It's a little funny. I just wanted you to realize what you lost by hiring an actor. Derek overhears this whole thing. Walks over. Hold on, you hired a fake boyfriend? Jessica nods. Derek looks at me. Bro, your ex is actually crazy. I'm aware, Derek. Brad wakes up on the couch. Yo, is my shift over? Jessica hands him cash. Yes, Brad. Thank you for your services. Brad counts the money. Pleasure doing business. Hit me up if you need me again. He leaves like this is a normal Tuesday. The three of us just standing there. Derek breaks the silence. This is the most insane thing I've ever witnessed. Jessica's crying now. I just wanted you back, Anon, by making me jealous. Yes, that's how it works in movies. This isn't a movie. Clearly, because in movies the guy always fights for the girl. In movies the characters are written by screenwriters, not real people. She's full on sobbing. Why don't you care that I'm with other guys? Because we broke up and I'm not possessive. That's not normal, Anon. Maybe not, but it's honest. Derek is just watching this unfold like it's a TV show, eating chips he found somewhere. This is better than Netflix. Not helping Derek. Jessica sits down on the couch. I think I made a huge mistake. Breaking up or hiring an actor. Both. I sit down next to her. Look, we weren't good together. What do you mean? We had nothing in common, barely talked about real stuff. But we were happy. Were we, though? She thinks about it. I mean, I thought we were. I tell her I was just comfortable, not happy. Is there a difference? Huge difference. She wipes her eyes. I was comfortable too. Then why'd you end it? I thought I could do better. And could you? I don't know. I just know I miss what we had. But what we had wasn't that great. Derek interrupts. Can I just say, you both sound toxic as hell. Excuse me, Derek. No, seriously, she's playing mind games and you're too emotionally unavailable. Like you're both terrible in different ways. Thanks for the analysis, Derek. Jessica looks at him. He's kind of right, though. I hate to admit it, but yeah. We sit in silence for a minute. Some random song playing from a speaker somewhere. Sounds like a sad indie band. Fitting. Jessica finally speaks. I'm sorry for the fake boyfriend thing. I'm sorry for being so detached. Do you think we could try again? Honestly, probably not. Why not? Because we'd just fall into the same patterns. But what if we try harder? I don't think trying harder fixes fundamental incompatibility. She nods slowly. You're probably right. Derek stands up. Wow, a mature breakup conversation. Character development. I love to see it. Shut up, Derek. Jessica laughs through her tears. Your roommate is annoying. You have no idea. We end up talking for another hour about why we got together in the first place. Turns out we were both just lonely and convenient. I think I wanted a boyfriend more than I wanted you specifically, and I wanted a girlfriend more than I wanted you. That's really sad, Anon. Yeah, it is. We wasted 8 months. I wouldn't say wasted, we learned what we don't want. That's very optimistic for someone who shows no emotions. I have emotions, I just don't perform them. That's a very Anon thing to say. Derek chimes in again. Are you two gonna kiss or fight or what? This emotional maturity is freaking me out. We're gonna go home, Derek. Jessica stands up. I should probably apologize to Brad for dragging him into this. Probably. He was really nice about the whole thing. Seemed like a good dude. Better than both of us, honestly. Fair point. We walk outside together. The sun is starting to come up. Didn't realize we talked that long. So this is really it, huh? Yeah, this is really it. No dramatic goodbye, no big speech. We already said what we needed to say. She hugs me. Not a romantic hug, just a goodbye hug. Take care of yourself, Anon. You too. She walks to her car. Derek and I start walking home. Dude, that was the weirdest breakup I've ever seen. It was necessary, though. She literally hired an actor to make you jealous, and you didn't even flinch. Because jealousy is pointless. And you're emotionally unavailable as hell. I'm aware. You two were toxic in opposite ways. She was too intense, you were too detached. Thanks for the recap, Derek. I'm just saying, maybe work on that for the next person. Probably should. We get home and crash. Monday I text Maya about that coffee. She responds immediately. Still down, how about Wednesday? Sounds good. Derek sees me texting. Already moving on? Trying to do better this time. Good for you, man. Wednesday I meet Maya at this local coffee shop. She's already there reading some fantasy novel. Hey, you made it. Hey, sorry if I'm late. Nah, you're right on time. We order drinks and sit outside, talking about everything, books, shows, life goals, actually connecting on stuff. So can I ask about your ex? What about her? The whole jealousy thing at the party. I explained the full story, hired actor and everything. Maya is dying laughing. She hired an actor? That's commitment to a bit. It was certainly something. And you really didn't care at all? Not in a jealous way, no. Is that because you're secure or because you weren't that into her? Probably the second one. At least you're honest. Honesty is important. It really is. We keep talking for like 3 hours. Time just flies. My phone buzzes. It's Jessica. Hope you're doing well. Saw you with that girl from the party. She seems nice. I show Maya the text. Is she watching us right now? We both look around, don't see her anywhere. That's slightly creepy, but also kind of sweet. I text back a simple thanks. Maya laughs. Your ex is something else. Tell me about it. But hey, at least she's moving on too. Hopefully in a healthier way than hiring actors. The bar is literally on the floor. Exactly. We make plans for a second date. Actually excited about this one. Feels different than before. Like there's actual potential here. Walk home feeling good about things. Derek is playing video games when I get back. How'd it go with Maya? Really good, actually. No weird ex drama? Just a slightly creepy text, but nothing major. Progress, bro. I sit down and grab a controller. You know what your problem was with Jessica? Enlighten me, Derek. You were never really present in the relationship. Like physically there, but mentally checked out. Probably true. And she was trying to force emotions that weren't there. Also true. You both settled for comfortable instead of actually compatible. When did you become a relationship expert? I watch a lot of reality TV, bro. You learn things. Sure, Derek. Friday I'm at work and Amy stops by my desk. So I heard your ex hired a fake boyfriend. News travels fast. That's insane, Anon. Yeah, it was pretty wild. And you're already seeing someone new? Kind of, yeah. That was fast. Jessica and I were done long before we actually broke up. Fair enough. Amy sits on the edge of my desk. Can I ask you something? Shoot. Why didn't you get jealous when she was with that guy? Because getting jealous would mean I still cared in that way. And you didn't? Not really. We were more like roommates who occasionally kissed. That's depressing. It was what it was. Well, I hope this new girl works out better. Me too, Amy. Saturday, I'm at the gym again. Marcus walks up. Yo, I heard your ex hired an actor. Everyone knows, apparently. Dude, that's legendary. It was certainly memorable. Still think you're a Redditor cuck, though. Thanks, Marcus. Your opinion means so much. He laughs. But seriously, good on you for not falling for the jealousy trap. Wasn't really a choice, just genuinely didn't care. That's either enlightened or sociopathic. Probably somewhere in between. Finish my workout and head home. Get another text from Jessica. Can we meet up and talk? I figure why not, might as well have closure. Meet at the same coffee shop where we broke up. Poetic or something. She's already there. Looks more put together than last time. Thanks for meeting me. No problem. I wanted to apologize properly. You already did. I know, but I was still processing everything. She orders tea. I get coffee. I've been thinking a lot about what you said. Which part? About us just being comfortable. And you were right. I don't say anything. Just let her talk. I wanted a relationship more than I wanted you. And that wasn't fair to either of us. Appreciate the honesty. And the whole fake boyfriend thing was insane. A little bit, yeah. I was just so confused about why you weren't upset. Because being upset wouldn't change anything. Most guys would have lost their minds. I'm not most guys. Clearly, she smiles. I think that's what frustrated me most. I couldn't get a reaction out of you. Reactions need to be genuine. Can't force them. You're right. We sit in comfortable silence. Actually comfortable this time. So this new girl, Maya, what about her? Is it serious? Too early to tell, but it feels different. Different how? Like there's actual connection beyond just convenience. That's good, Anon. You deserve that. You do too. I'm working on myself first. Therapy and everything. That's really good. Yeah, turns out hiring fake boyfriends is a red flag. Who would have thought? She laughs. Actually laughs, not that forced laugh from before. You're such an asshole sometimes. You're not wrong. But you're honest at least. Only way to be. I think that's what I needed, someone to be real with me. Glad I could help in some weird way. So are we good? We're good. Friends? Maybe eventually let's start with just being cool. Deal. We finish our drinks. She gets up to leave. Hey, Anon? Yeah. Thanks for not making me feel like a complete idiot. You're not an idiot. Just made some questionable choices. That's a nice way of putting it. I try. She waves goodbye and leaves. I sit there for a bit longer, thinking about the whole situation, how we both settled for less than we deserved. My phone buzzes. It's Maya. Still down for movies tomorrow? Definitely. Cool. Pick you up at 7? Sounds perfect. Head home feeling like things are finally moving in the right direction. Derek is making dinner when I walk in. How'd it go with the ex? Good, actually. Real closure this time. Character development. Shut up, Derek. But seriously, proud of you, bro. Both of you handled that like adults. Only took hiring a fake boyfriend to get there. Hey, whatever works. Sunday, Maya picks me up for the movie. We see some action film that's actually pretty good. Unlike with Jessica, where we'd watch stuff we didn't care about. This time we both, actually wanted to see it. After the movie, we grabbed food at this burger place. So that was way better than I expected, right? The plot actually made sense. Unlike most action movies, we talk about our favorite scenes, actually engaging with each other, not just sitting in silence waiting for the date to end. Can I be honest about something? Go for it. I was worried you were still hung up on your ex. Definitely not. Good, because you seem way more present now than at that party. Had some things to work through. We all do. She tells me about her last relationship. Dude was controlling and jealous about everything. He'd freak out if I even talked to guy friends. That sounds exhausting. It really was. So your whole not getting jealous thing was actually really attractive. Wasn't trying to be attractive, just being honest. That's what made it attractive. We finish eating and she drives me home. Same time next week? I'd like that. Cool, it's a date. She drives off, actually smiling as I walk inside. Derek notices. Dude, you're smiling. I didn't know your face could do that. Very funny, Derek. But seriously, good for you, man. Thanks. See what happens when you actually try? Yeah. Next few weeks go by. Things with Maya are actually progressing naturally. No games, no drama, just two people getting to know each other. See Jessica once at the grocery store. We wave, quick small talk, move on. No weirdness, no tension. Just two people who dated and moved on. Marcus sees the whole interaction. Yo, that was the most normal ex interaction I've ever seen. What did you expect, Marcus? I don't know, drama, tears, something. We're adults, Marcus. Barely. Fair point. Month later, Maya and I are official. Actually official, not just going through motions. Derek meets her properly. So you're the girl who made Anon smile. I smile, Derek. Not like this, you don't. Maya laughs. He's right, you do seem happier. Probably because this feels real. As opposed to just comfortable. Derek nods approvingly. See? Growth. My face when I realized settling for comfortable almost made me miss something real. My face when hiring a fake boyfriend taught everyone involved what they actually needed. Sometimes the weirdest situations lead to the best outcomes. Jessica learned she needs to work on herself before dating. I learned I need to actually be present in relationships. Maya learned not all guys are controlling, jealous types. Derek learned he gives surprisingly good relationship advice. And Brad made $400 playing a fake boyfriend. Everybody wins. Life's weird like that. Be me. 25-year-old social media manager at mid-size marketing firm. Handle accounts for local businesses and restaurants. Decent job, pays bills, get to be creative. There's this girl at work named Claire, 24, works in graphic design, sits 2 desks over. We talk sometimes about projects. She's funny, into the same weird indie bands I like. Pretty sure there's something there. Start bringing her coffee sometimes. She always says thanks but never reciprocates. My coworker Jake notices. Dude, she's clearly into you. I don't know, man, hard to tell. Trust me, I can see it. Jake's been here 3 years, knows the office dynamics. Decide to ask her to lunch one day. Hey Claire, want to grab tacos after work? She looks uncomfortable. Oh, I can't, sorry. No worries, maybe another time. Yeah, maybe. That was weird. Try again next week. There's this new ramen place downtown. I'm actually busy today. Okay, cool. Jake pulls me aside later. She turned you down again? Yeah. That's strange because she definitely likes you. How do you know? Body language, bro. She leans in when you talk. Laughs at your jokes even when they're not funny. Thanks, Jake. I'm just saying the signs are there. Month goes by, I stop asking her out. Figure she's not interested and that's fine. We still talk at work like normal. One day I'm in the break room with my friend Luis. He's from Italy, moved here 2 years ago. Cool guy, very passionate about food. I'm eating leftover spaghetti. Cut it with my knife before twirling. Luis looks personally offended. Anon, what are you doing to that pasta? Eating it, Luis. You don't cut spaghetti. This is a crime. It's easier this way. Easier? You insult my entire country. Claire walks in during this, laughs at Luis freaking out. Is he giving you the pasta lecture again? 3rd time this week. Luis points his fork at me. This man has no respect for Italian culture. I pull out my phone, show him a picture of pineapple pizza I had last weekend. Luis drops his fork. No, tell me you didn't. I did, and it was delicious. We are no longer friends. Claire is dying laughing. You're terrible, Anon. I try. Luis storms out, muttering in Italian. Claire sits down across from me. You really know how to push his buttons. It's a gift. We talk for like 20 minutes. Feels natural, no awkwardness. She leaves when her break ends. Jake walks in right after. Saw you two talking. Yeah, so why don't you ask her out again? Because she said no twice, Jake. Maybe the timing was bad. Or maybe she's just not interested. Nah, I still think she likes you. Whatever you say, man. Next week there's a company happy hour. Everyone from the office going. I show up with Jake and my other friend Troy. Troy is the quietest guy I know. Observes everything. Says almost nothing. You think Claire will be here? Troy nods. Okay. Helpful as always, Troy. Claire shows up with some of the design team. She's wearing this blue dress. Looks really good. We make eye contact across the bar. She waves. I wave back. Then this guy Connor walks up to her. He works in sales, total douche. Always trying to one-up everyone. I can see him talking to her. She looks polite but uninterested. Jake nudges me. That's your competition, bro. I'm not competing for anything. You should go over there. And do what? I don't know, mark your territory or something. I'm not a dog, Jake. Troy just sips his beer. Okay. Connor is really laying it on thick, touching her arm, leaning in close. Claire keeps stepping back. Finally, she excuses herself, walks over to our side of the bar. Hey guys. Hey. Mind if I hang here for a bit? Not at all. She stands next to me. Connor is glaring from across the bar. Jake is grinning like an idiot. So Connor seems friendly. Claire rolls her eyes. He's been hitting on me for 20 minutes. Asked me out like 4 times already. What'd you say? I said no, obviously. Jake perks up. You turned down a lot of guys, huh? Claire shrugs. I'm just picky, I guess. Jake looks at me meaningfully. I ignore him. Connor walks over. Hey Claire, want to grab dinner this weekend? She doesn't even look at him. No thanks, Connor. Come on, just one date. I said no. Connor looks at me. Is this your boyfriend or something? Before I can answer, Claire speaks up. No, but I'm still not interested. Connor walks away defeated. Jake is trying not to laugh. Damn, Claire, brutal. She smiles. He wasn't taking subtle hints. Troy finally speaks. Maybe. Thanks for the input, Troy. Rest of the happy hour is actually fun. Claire stays with our group. We're talking about everything. Favorite movies, worst client stories, random stuff. She keeps laughing at my jokes. Jake keeps giving me looks. At the end of the night, we're all leaving. Claire walks out with me. This was fun? Yeah, it was. We should hang out more, like outside of work. She pauses. Maybe, yeah. Cool, let me know when. I will. She gets in her Uber. Jake immediately starts. Dude, she basically asked you to ask her out. She said maybe Jake. That's girl code for yes. I don't speak girl code. Troy just nods. Yes, even Troy agrees. Okay. Next day at work, Claire seems different, more distant than usual. Barely talks to me all day. I figure she's just busy. Jake notices too. She's avoiding you. She's working. No, dude. She's actively avoiding eye contact. You're reading too much into it. Am I, though? Luis comes by my desk, still mad about the pineapple pizza thing. Anon, I forgive you for your pasta crimes. Thanks, Luis. But we must talk about your pizza choices. Not now, Luis. Pineapple on pizza is worse than cutting spaghetti. Claire walks past during this. Doesn't even look over. Luis notices. Woman trouble? Something like that. In Italy, we have a saying. I don't want to hear it, Luis. L'amore è cieco. What does that mean? Love is blind. We're not in love, Luis. Not yet. He walks away laughing. Italians are weird. Week goes by. Claire is still being distant. We only talk about work stuff. Nothing personal anymore. It's driving me crazy, but I don't push it. Jake thinks I should confront her. Just ask her what's up and seem desperate. It's not desperate, it's direct. I'll think about it. Troy is eating lunch with us. Okay. Friday afternoon, I'm posting content for a client. Claire messages me on Slack. Can we talk? Sure now. After work, maybe? Okay, where? Coffee shop across the street? I'll be there. Spend the rest of the day wondering what this is about. Jake is convinced she's going to confess her feelings. Dude, this is it. Or she's going to tell me to stop bringing her coffee. Always so negative. Troy just shrugs. Maybe. 5 p.m. hits and I head to the coffee shop. She's already there, sitting in the corner looking nervous. I order and sit down across from her. Thanks for meeting me. No problem. I've been weird lately. Little bit, yeah. She laughs nervously. I wanted to explain why. I'm listening. She takes a deep breath. So I've been seeing a therapist. Okay. We've been working on some stuff. Commitment issues, trust problems, the usual. She stirs her coffee. And last week she asked me about you. About me. Yeah, I mentioned how you asked me to lunch. And how I turned you down twice. She looks embarrassed. She asked why I said no. I didn't have a good answer. Claire meets my eyes. She said I have a pattern of rejecting people who are actually good for me. And pursuing people who treat me badly. Oh. Yeah, oh. She basically told me I was self-sabotaging. That's heavy. Tell me about it. She pulls out her phone, shows me notes from her therapy session. There's literally a list titled Why Anon is a Good Option. My therapist made me write this. I'm reading through it. Makes me laugh, brings me coffee, shares music, respectful, funny. It sounds crazy when I read it out loud. Little bit. But she was right. I do like you. I've liked you for months. But every time you asked me out, I panicked. Why? Because you're actually nice. And every guy who was nice ended up disappointing me. So I convinced myself you would too. That's some intense logic. I know, that's why I'm in therapy. She laughs, but it's sad. My therapist said I needed to be honest with you, even if it makes me look crazy. You don't look crazy. I literally have a list about you from my therapist, Anon. Fair point. We sit in silence for a minute. So, yeah, that's why I've been weird. I was trying to figure out how to tell you this. Appreciate the honesty. Are you freaked out? Little bit, but also kind of flattered. That your emotional unavailability made my therapist's list? She smiles. I meant that you like me. Oh, right. So what happens now? I don't know. My therapist said I should give you a chance, but I'm scared I'll mess it up. Or maybe you won't. That's what she said, smart therapist. She's pretty good. Claire finishes her coffee. Would you want to try? Like actually go on a date? Yeah, I would. Even after all this, everyone's got stuff they're working through. That's very understanding of you. I try. My therapist would love you. Let's start with one date before I meet your therapist. She laughs for real this time. Deal. We make plans for Saturday. Actual concrete plans. Walk back to the parking garage together. Thanks for not running away. Thanks for being honest. My therapist would say this is growth. You mention your therapist a lot. She's helping me a lot. Clearly. We get to our cars. See you Saturday? Definitely. She drives off. I sit in my car for a minute processing everything. My phone buzzes. It's Jake. Well, what happened? Her therapist told her to date me. What? I'll explain Monday. No, explain now. I drive home instead. Saturday comes. Pick her up at her apartment. She looks nervous. Is this weird? Little bit. Good, I'm not the only one. We go to this Italian restaurant. Big mistake. Luis is there with his girlfriend. He sees us walk in, waves us over. Anon! And the beautiful Claire. Hey, Luis, you finally take her on a date. We sit down at our own table. Luis keeps watching us. Gives me thumbs up every 5 minutes. Claire thinks it's hilarious. Is he always like this? Only when he's not lecturing me about pasta. Dinner's actually going well. Conversation flows naturally. She tells me more about therapy. I started going after my last relationship. Guy was terrible, but I stayed for 2 years. That sucks. Yeah, my therapist says I had attachment issues. Thought I could fix them. Can't fix people who don't want to be fixed. Exactly what she said. You and my therapist would get along. You really need to stop comparing me to your therapist. She laughs. Sorry, occupational hazard. We order dessert. Luis comes over. Everything good? Great, Luis. Good. I don't want to interrupt. Then don't. But I must know, did you order pineapple pizza? Luis, this is an Italian restaurant. Good. Your education is working. He walks away satisfied. Claire is cracking up. What's the pineapple pizza thing? I show her the picture. Oh no, you didn't. I did, and I'd do it again. You're a monster. Been told that before. We finish dinner and walk around downtown. It's nice out, not too cold. This is going better than I thought. What did you think would happen? I don't know. Awkward silences. Me saying something weird. You've been pretty normal so far. The night is young. We pass by a bookstore. Want to go in? Sure. Spend an hour looking at books. She's into fantasy novels. I'm more sci-fi. We argue about which is better. Fantasy has magic and dragons. Sci-fi has spaceships and aliens. Dragons are cooler than aliens. Agree to disagree. Buy a couple books each. Walk back to the car. I had a really good time. Me too. My therapist is going to be so proud. There it is again. Sorry, last time I promise. Drive her home. Walk her to her door. So, second date? Yeah, I'm down. Cool, she hesitates. I'm supposed to take things slow. Okay. My therapist's advice, of course. But I kind of want to kiss you. Then kiss me. She does. It's nice, not awkward. Okay, that was good. Yeah, it was. I'll text you tomorrow? Sounds good. Drive home feeling pretty great about everything. Monday at work, Jake ambushes me immediately. Tell me everything. We went to dinner. And? It was good. That's it? Give me details. I tell him the whole therapist situation. Jake is losing his mind. Her therapist told her to date you? Basically, yeah. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. Worked out, though. I guess it did. Troy walks by. Okay, even Troy approves. Luis finds out at lunch. You took Claire to Italian food. Yeah. And you behaved yourself? I ordered regular pasta, Luis. No pineapple mentions? Well, Anon, what did you do? I may have shown her the picture. Luis puts his head in his hands. You are impossible. She thought it was funny. She has patience of a saint. Clearly. Claire and I start dating officially. Takes a few weeks. She's working through her commitment stuff. I'm being patient. Connor is big mad about it. Tries to talk to her one day. You're really dating social media guy? His name is Anon Connor. But I'm in sales, I make more money. Good for you. I could treat you better? I'm happy with who I'm dating. Connor looks at me. What do you have that I don't? A girlfriend, apparently. Jake spits out his coffee laughing. Connor storms off. Dude, that was cold, he asked. Troy nods. Yes. Month into dating, Claire tells me something. My therapist wants to meet you. Absolutely not. Come on, she's curious. That's weird. She says it's rare to see her patients in healthy relationships. I'm not meeting your therapist. Please? Just once? Why do you want this? Because she's been helping me so much. And you're a big part of that progress. Fine, but this is weird. Thank you. Following week, I'm sitting in a therapy office. This is surreal. Therapist comes in. Dr. Martinez, nice lady, probably 50s. You must be Anon. That's me. Claire has told me a lot about you. All good things, I hope. Mostly, yes. Mostly. Claire is sitting next to me looking nervous. Dr. Martinez smiles. I wanted to meet you because Claire's progress has been remarkable. Okay. She's finally allowing herself to be in a healthy relationship. And you've been very patient with her process, just trying to be supportive. That's exactly what she needs. Dr. Martinez looks at Claire. How are you feeling about everything? Really good, actually. Any anxiety about the relationship? Sometimes, but I can work through it now. Excellent. This is the strangest experience of my life. Dr. Martinez turns back to me. Do you have any questions for me? Why did you tell her to date me specifically? Because she kept talking about you. And every time she did, she smiled. But when I asked if she liked you, she got defensive. Classic avoidance behavior. Makes sense. I simply pointed out what she already knew. That she liked you but was scared. Appreciate the push. My job is to help people get out of their own way. Claire was very much in her own way. Session ends, walk out with Claire. That wasn't so bad, right? Still weird. But you understand now? Yeah, I get it. She really helped me. Clearly. We go get food after. Thanks for doing that. Anything for you. Even meeting my therapist? Apparently. You're a good boyfriend. I try. Couple months pass. Relationship is actually really solid. Claire is doing great with her therapy work. Barely mentions it anymore. Jake is happy for us. You two are like disgustingly cute. Thanks, Jake. But seriously, good for you, man. Troy gives his usual input. Okay. Luis has accepted me despite my pasta crimes. You are lucky to have her Anon. I know, Luisa. Don't mess it up. Wasn't planning on it. Good, because Italian curse is real. What Italian curse? You don't want to know. Okay then. Connor still tries occasionally. If you ever get tired of him, not happening, Connor. Just saying the offer stands. Claire doesn't even acknowledge him anymore. One day she tells me something. My therapist says I don't need to see her as often. That's great. Yeah, I'm graduating to monthly sessions. Proud of you. Couldn't have done it without you. You did the work. But you supported me through it. That's what partners do. I know, but still, thank you. We're at her place watching movies. She's fallen asleep on my shoulder, thinking about how weird this all is. Her therapist literally told her to date me, but it worked out. Sometimes professional intervention is needed. My phone buzzes. It's Jake. Dinner tomorrow with everyone? Sure. Bring Claire, obviously. Next night we meet up with the group, Jake, Troy, Luis, and his girlfriend, Sophia. We go to this new Thai place. Luis is skeptical. Not Italian food? We need variety, Luis. Variety is overrated. Sophia hits his arm. Stop being dramatic. Everyone's getting along. Claire fits in perfectly with the group. Jake leans over. You two are like meant to be. Don't jinx it, Jake. I'm just saying, therapist knew what she was doing, apparently. Troy raises his glass. Yes, most enthusiastic I've ever seen him. Luis makes a toast. To Anon and Claire. May their love be strong. And may Anon learn to respect pasta. Never gonna let that go, are you? Never. Everyone laughs. Claire squeezes my hand under the table. This is nice. Yeah, it is. I'm glad your therapist made you give me a chance. She smiles. Me too. Jake overhears. Still the weirdest origin story ever. My therapist told me to date him. Troy nods. Maybe. Thanks, Troy. Rest of the night is perfect. Good food, good friends, good girlfriend. Drive Claire home after. I love you. She says it casually. First time either of us said it. I love you too. Good, because that would have been awkward. A little bit, yeah. My therapist said I should tell you when I was ready. Of course she did. Last time I mention her, I promise. I'll believe it when I see it. She laughs. Okay, maybe not last time, but less frequently. I can live with that. Walk her to her door. Same time next week? It's a date. A date my therapist would approve of. There it is. She kisses me goodnight. Drive home thinking about everything. How a therapist basically played matchmaker. How Claire worked through her issues. How patient everyone was with the process. My face when a mental health professional had to tell someone to date me. That face when it actually worked out perfectly. Sometimes the weirdest paths lead to the best destinations. Claire got the help she needed. I got a girlfriend who communicates. Jake got to witness the strangest romance ever. Troy got to say okay a bunch of times. Luis got to lecture me about pasta. Connor got rejected repeatedly. And Dr. Martinez got to see her patient thrive. Everybody wins except Connor. Life is good when therapists play Cupid. Be me. They call me Troy, but I barely remember introducing myself to anyone. Work retail at some electronics store. Been here long enough to see 3 managers quit. Don't talk much because most conversations are meaningless noise. People ask questions they already know the answers to. Like asking, how are you, when they don't actually care. So I just say okay, or maybe, or yes, and move on. Life is absurd. We're all just waiting for something that never comes. Might as well watch it happen. One day, this guy comes into the store, looking at gaming monitors. I'm assigned to help him. Need help finding anything? He looks at me. Just browsing, thanks. Okay, I stand there because that's my job. He doesn't seem annoyed by my presence. Most people get uncomfortable with silence. He just keeps looking at specs. What do you think about this one? It's good. Just good? Yes, he laughs. Fair enough. Buys the monitor, doesn't make small talk at checkout, respects the silence. Rare. Week later he comes back, needs an HDMI cable, sees me. Hey, monitor guy. Hey, you work every day? Most days. Cool. He buys the cable and leaves. This happens a few more times. He stops calling me monitor guy, starts calling me by my name tag. Troy, right? Yes. I'm Femanon. I work at that marketing firm down the street. Okay. Want to grab lunch sometime? Maybe. I'll take that as a yes. We start having lunch occasionally. He doesn't push me to talk, just eats his food, mentions random things. Did you know that in Evangelion, Shinji is basically us? I nod. Just going through the motions because what else is there? Exactly. First time someone got it. Most people think I'm rude or weird. Anon just accepts that I observe more than I participate. You ever wonder if we're all just NPCs in someone's game? Every day. Right? Like we have the illusion of choice, but we're just following scripts. Absurdism at its finest. You read Camus? Some. The myth of Sisyphus changed how I see things. Same. We become actual friends. Not the fake kind where people pretend to care. Real friendship built on understanding that nothing really matters. So we might as well exist near each other. He tells me he got a new job at his company, social media manager position. You should apply there, they're hiring. I'm fine here. Troy, you're wasting your potential in retail. Potential is a social construct. Fair, but the pay is better. Okay. I apply mostly to shut him up, somehow get hired. Now I work in an office instead of a store. Same meaningless existence, different location. Meet his coworkers. Jake talks too much, asks questions constantly. So Troy, what do you do for fun? Exist. No, like, okay. Jake looks at Anon. Is he always like this? Anon nods. You get used to it. There's this Italian guy named Luis, very passionate about food, gets angry about how people eat pasta. Troy, you understand. You must twirl, not cut. Okay. Okay? That's all you say? Yes. Luis throws his hands up. At least Anon argues with me. Anon is eating pineapple pizza in the break room. Luis sees it, nearly has an aneurysm. I watch this happen 3 times a week. It's like a sitcom, but everyone's trapped here for money. There's a guy named Connor, works in sales, thinks he's important, tries to one-up everyone, asked me about my sales numbers once. Troy, what's your close rate? Don't do sales. Oh, what do you do then? Data analysis. That's boring. Okay. He walks away frustrated. People get mad when you don't engage with their ego. I just observe and document, like that scene in Serial Experiments Lane, watching the world through a screen, present but disconnected. Anon starts talking about this girl, Claire, works in graphic design. I think I'm gonna ask her out. Okay. You think I should? Maybe. He asks her. She says no, asks again a week later. She says no again. Jake is losing his mind about it. Dude, she clearly likes you though. I watch Claire when Anon's not around. Her body language changes when he walks in. She smiles differently, but she always makes excuses. Classic self-sabotage. Seen it before. Reminds me of someone. Don't think about it. We go to happy hour one night. Claire shows up. Connor immediately starts hitting on her. You should give me a chance. She looks uncomfortable. No thanks, Connor. Come on, just one date. I said no. Connor looks angry. Is it because of someone here? She doesn't answer, just walks over to where we're standing. Stays next to Anon the whole night. Connor keeps glaring. I sip my beer. Jake is grinning like an idiot. Troy, are you seeing this? Yes. This is better than TV. Okay, human mating rituals are strange. Everyone doing elaborate dances, when they could just communicate directly. But that would make too much sense. We leave the bar late. Anon seems happy. She said we should hang out more. That's good. You think she likes me? Yes. But she turned me down twice. People are complicated. That's the most words I've heard you say in a week. Special occasion. He laughs. Next few days, Claire avoids Anon. Jake notices. Dude, what happened? I already know what happened. She got scared. People do this when emotions become real. Push away the good things. Embrace the chaos. It's easier that way. I did the same thing once. Long time ago. Her name was Mikasa. Not actually, but that's what I called her. Because she had this quiet intensity. Like the character from Attack on Titan. We met in college. She was the only person who understood my silence. Didn't try to fix me or change me. Just existed alongside me. You don't talk much. No. I like that. Okay. We dated for 2 years. It was easy, natural. No games, no drama. Just two people who got each other. Then one day she told me something. I'm moving to Japan for work. When? 2 months. Okay. That's all you're going to say? What else is there? You could ask me to stay. You could tell me you'll miss me. You could show some emotion. I sat there silent. Because what's the point? If she's leaving, she's leaving. Nothing I say changes that. This is why we don't work, Troy. You're like a ghost. You're here, but you're not really here. Maybe. She left 3 weeks later. Didn't even use the full 2 months. I helped her pack. Drove her to the airport. You're really not going to say anything? Have a safe flight. She cried. I didn't. Not because I didn't care, but because crying doesn't change anything. She's gone, and I'm here. That's just how it is. After that, I stopped trying. Stopped pursuing. Stopped caring. Just started observing. Life became like watching anime. I'm just a side character in everyone else's story. And that's fine. Side characters don't get hurt. They just watch the main characters suffer. Back to present day. Claire finally talks to Anon after work. They go to the coffee shop. Jake is texting me updates. Dude, she's telling him about therapy. Okay. She said her therapist told her to date him. Interesting. That's insane. Maybe. Turns out Claire has commitment issues. Her therapist made her write a list about Anon. Therapy is just expensive friendship. But if it works, it works. They start dating officially. Anon seems happy. Claire seems less anxious. Jake is living vicariously through them. Louis approves because Anon took her to Italian food. Connor is still bitter. Tries to talk to her one day. You're really choosing him over me? Yes, I wasn't even part of the conversation, just walking by, but the answer was obvious. Connor looks at me. What's your problem? Don't have one. You're always just watching everything. That's what I do. It's creepy. Okay, he storms off. People get uncomfortable when they're observed, because observation reveals truth, and most people prefer comfortable lies. One night we all go out to dinner. Me, Anon, Claire, Jake, Luis, and his girlfriend, Sophia. Claire sits next to me at some point. Anon is arguing with Luis about pasta again. So Troy, Anon says you two have been friends for a while. Yes. That's cool. How'd you meet? Electronics store. Oh, you worked there? Yes. She's trying to make conversation. I appreciate the effort, even if it's pointless. Can I ask you something? Okay. Why don't you ever pursue anyone? Like dating-wise? Don't care. Really? Not at all? No. She looks at me curiously. That's fascinating. My therapist would have a field day with that. Probably. But you must have cared at some point, right? Once. What happened? She left. I'm sorry. It's fine. Is it though? I look at her. Everything ends, Claire. Relationships, friendships, life itself. Caring just makes the ending hurt more. She's quiet for a moment. That's really sad, Troy. It's realistic. Realistic and sad aren't mutually exclusive. Okay. Anon comes back to the table. What are you two talking about? Claire smiles at him. Just getting to know Troy better. Good luck with that, she laughs. I go back to observing. Watching them be happy. It's like watching the end of an anime arc, where characters find peace temporarily, before the next crisis comes, because there's always a next crisis. Later that week, I'm at work, staring at spreadsheets. Data analysis is just finding patterns in chaos, trying to make sense of randomness. It's futile, but someone has to do it. Jake walks by. Troy, you ever take a break? Sometimes. Want to grab coffee? Okay. We go to the break room. Luis is there microwaving something. Troy, you understand good food, yes? Maybe. Tell Anon that pineapple pizza is crime. I pull out my lunch. It's a Hawaiian pizza slice. Luis looks betrayed. Not you too. I take a bite, maintaining eye contact. Jake is laughing. Luis walks out muttering in Italian. Dude, you're ice cold. I know. That's what I like about you, though. You don't pretend to care about stuff. Caring is exhausting, Jake. Yeah, but isn't not caring also exhausting? No. Huh, maybe I should try it. You wouldn't last a day. You're probably right. He drinks his coffee. You ever miss it, though? Miss what? Feeling things, being excited about stuff. Sometimes. What do you do when you miss it? Remember why I stopped. That's dark, bro. It's honest. Jake nods. Fair enough. We sit in silence. He's one of the few people who can handle quiet. Doesn't need to fill every second with noise. You're a good friend, Troy. Okay. I'm serious. You don't judge, you just exist. That's rare. Most people project their issues onto others. I just observe without commentary. Makes me easy to be around. Anon's lucky he met you. Maybe. No, definitely. You keep him grounded. Someone has to. Weekend comes. Anon invites me to hang out. Him and Claire are going to an arcade. You should come. Why? Because you never leave your apartment. Yes, I do. Work doesn't count. Fine, I'll come. Meet them at this retro arcade downtown. Claire seems happy. Anon seems happy. I'm just here. They play various games. I watch mostly. Troy, you want to try? Okay. Play this racing game, beat both their high scores. Dude, when did you get good at this? Practice. You come here often? Sometimes. Alone? Yes. Claire looks sad about that. That's kind of lonely, Troy. It's peaceful. But don't you want company? Not particularly. Anon gets it. He's like a cat, Claire. Appreciates company but doesn't need it. Accurate. We play a few more games. Get food after. Sitting at this burger place. Claire is telling a story about work. Something about a difficult client. Anon is listening attentively, making supportive comments. They're good together. Better than most couples I've seen. Actually communicate. Actually care about each other's thoughts. It's rare. Troy, you're staring. Observing. What are you observing? That you two work well together. Claire smiles. That's the nicest thing you've ever said. It's just true. Well, thank you. Okay, Anon changes the subject. You ever think about getting back out there? No. Not even casually. What's the point? Connection, companionship, not dying alone. We all die alone, Anon. Jesus, Troy. Claire laughs. He's not wrong, though. Technically, we do all die alone. Anon looks at both of us. You two are made for each other. Both depressing as hell. We're realistic. Realism is just pessimism with better PR. Maybe. We finish eating and walk around. It's nice out, not too cold. They hold hands. I walk slightly behind like a bodyguard or a ghost, present but separate. Claire looks back. Troy, come walk with us. I'm fine here. No, come on. She grabs my arm, pulls me up next to them. You're part of this friend group. Stop being a shadow. Okay, we walk together. It's uncomfortable but also kind of nice. Like when Shinji finally gets in the robot. Necessary discomfort for growth or whatever. See, isn't this better? Maybe. Anon laughs. That's the most positive maybe I've ever heard. Don't get used to it. Monday at work, Connor corners me. Troy, can I ask you something? Okay. What does Anon have that I don't? Self-awareness. What? You're too focused on what you want. He actually listens to what she wants. That's it? That's everything. Connor thinks about this. So I should just give up? Yes. You're brutal, you asked. He walks away looking defeated. Sometimes truth is the kindest option. Saves people time and energy. Jake sees the whole thing. Dude, did you just give Connor relationship advice? He asked a question. And you answered with pure honesty. That's what I do. You're like an oracle, but depressing. Accurate. Lunchtime, I'm eating alone. Louis sits down across from me. Troy, why you always eat alone? I like it. But humans are social creatures. Some of us evolved past that. He laughs. You are funny when you want to be. I'm not trying to be funny. That makes it funnier. Okay. He shares some of his homemade pasta with me. You at least appreciate good food, yes? Yes. Good. You have some culture. Thanks, Luis. You're welcome, my friend. He's persistent with the friendship thing. I don't mind it. He doesn't expect much from me. Just wants to share his food and complain about Anon. You tell Anon to stop with pineapple pizza? No. Why not? Not my business what he eats. It's everyone's business. Pizza is sacred, if you say so, Luis. I do say so. Okay. He goes back to eating, muttering about American food crimes. It's entertaining in a mundane way. A few weeks pass. Anon tells me Claire wants him to meet her therapist. Isn't that weird? Very. Should I do it? Why not? Because it's weird, Troy. Life is weird. Fair point. He goes to the therapy session, texts me after. That was the strangest experience of my life. Told you. But also kind of enlightening. How so? Understanding why someone is the way they are. Makes it easier to be patient with them. That's growth. Are you proud of me, Troy? Maybe. I'll take it. Later that month, we all go out again. Same group plus Sophia. Luis picked the restaurant this time. Authentic Italian place. He's in his element. Finally, real food. Anon looks at the menu. Do they have Hawaiian pizza? Luis drops his menu. Get out. Right now. Anon is laughing. I'm kidding, Luis. No, you're not. You would order it. Probably. Sophia hits Luis's arm. Stop yelling. You're embarrassing me. He embarrasses Italy. Claire is cracking up. You two are like an old married couple. Jake nods. It's their love language. I just watched this unfold, like a nature documentary, observing human behavior in their natural habitat. Dinner is good. Conversation flows naturally. Even I contribute a few words. Claire asked me about my weekend. What do you do for fun, Troy? Watch anime. Which ones? Currently rewatching Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I love that one. The ending always makes me cry. It's well crafted. Just well crafted? It's beautiful and tragic. Same thing. She laughs. You're impossible. Been told that before. Anon joins in. Troy's favorite character is Spike because he's emotionally unavailable. He's realistic. He literally dies at the end. We all die eventually. Claire looks at Anon. Your friend needs therapy. Probably. Jake raises his glass. To Troy, our resident nihilist. I'll drink to that. Everyone laughs. Sophia leans over. Troy, you are an interesting person. Thanks. Luis says you are very wise. Luis said that. Yes, he respects your silence. That's surprising. Why? Because he never stops talking. She laughs. True, but he notices things. Says you see everything but say nothing. That's accurate. Why is that? Because most observations are unwelcome. That's very true. She understands, more than most people do. Night winds down. We're all standing outside saying goodbyes. Claire hugs me. Thanks for coming, Troy. Okay. I know social stuff isn't your thing, but it means a lot that you show up. You're welcome. And Troy? Yes. I hope you find someone who gets you. Like Anon found me. I appreciate the sentiment. But you don't think you will? No. Why not? Because I already did and she left. Claire looks sad. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's not, but okay. She lets go. Anon walks over. You good? Yes. Liar. Maybe. Want to talk about it? No. Okay. That's why we're friends. He doesn't push, just accepts the silence. Drive home alone. Apartment is quiet. Turn on Cowboy Bebop. Watch Spike chase his past, knowing it will destroy him, but doing it anyway, because some people need closure, even if closure means death. I pause on the final scene, Spike falling. Bang! The screen fades. Some stories don't have happy endings. Some characters don't get redemption arcs. They just exist until they don't. And that's okay. Next day at work, everything is normal. Spreadsheets, meetings, small talk. Jake stops by. You were quiet last night. Even for you, was I? Yeah, everything okay? Fine. Troy. What? You can talk to me. I know. But you won't. No. He sighs. All right, man, just know I'm here. I know, Jake. Okay. He walks away. Good guy, Jake. Talks too much but means well. Luis comes by later, drops a container of pasta on my desk. You didn't eat enough last night. I ate plenty. No, you moved food around plate. I noticed these things. Thanks, Luis. You're welcome. And Troy? Yes. Whatever is bothering you. It gets better with time, does it? No, but you learn to carry it better. That's honest. I am always honest about important things. Appreciate it, Luis. Now eat. Good food fixes many problems. Okay, he leaves. I eat the pasta. He's right. Good food doesn't fix problems, but it makes them easier to carry. That afternoon, Claire stops by my desk. Hey, Troy. Hey. Can we talk for a minute? Okay. We go to the break room. She seems nervous. I wanted to apologize for last night. For what? For pushing about the relationship stuff. Anand told me it's a sensitive topic. It's fine. No, it's not. I shouldn't have pried. You were being friendly. Still, I overstepped. I appreciate the apology. Can I ask one thing? Okay. Do you regret it? The relationship that ended? Every day. Because it ended or because it happened? Because I couldn't be what she needed. What did she need? Someone who felt things loudly. And you feel things quietly or not at all. I don't believe that. Okay. Troy, you show up for your friends. You listen, you observe, you care. Just differently than most people. Maybe. Definitely. And someday someone will appreciate that. I doubt it. Well, I do. Anand does. Jake and Luis do. So you're already wrong. That's fair. She smiles. You're a good person, Troy. Even if you don't believe it. Okay. There's that okay again. It's my favorite word. I've noticed. We sit in silence for a minute. It's comfortable. She gets up to leave. Thanks for letting me apologize. Thanks for caring enough to do it. Anytime. She walks out. I sit there longer, thinking about what she said, about caring differently. Maybe she's right. Maybe I do care, just in a way that doesn't make sense to most people. Like how Ray cared in Evangelion, present but distant, there but not really there. End of the day, I'm packing up. Anand walks over. Want to grab dinner? Sure. Just us, no group. Okay, we go to this quiet ramen place, sit at the bar, order food. You've been different lately, have I? Yeah, more distant than usual. Didn't notice. Liar, maybe. Our food comes. We eat in silence for a bit. You don't have to talk about it. Okay. But I'm here if you do. I know. That's what friends do. Yes. Even quiet ones like us. Especially quiet ones. He nods. Claire really likes you. She's nice. She thinks you're interesting. Most people think I'm weird. Same thing, really. Suppose so. You make an impression, Troy. Even with minimal words. That's the goal. What is existing without existing? Explanation. That's very you. Yes, we finish eating. Walk to the parking lot. Thanks for dinner. Anytime. And Troy? Yes. Whatever happened with that girl? It wasn't your fault. How do you know? Because you're you. And being you isn't a fault. That's debatable. Not to me. Okay. There it is. What? The okay that means you're actually listening. I'm always listening. I know. That's what makes you a good friend. Drive home thinking about everything. About Mikasa and how she left. About how I shut down after. About how I became the observer instead of the participant. About whether that's sustainable long term. Probably not. But it's easier than the alternative. Caring means vulnerability. Vulnerability means pain. Pain means remembering I'm human. And sometimes forgetting is easier. Get home and turn on the TV. Some anime I haven't seen before. About a guy who lost everything and had to figure out how to keep living. Relatable. My phone buzzes. Group chat. Jake sent a meme about office life. Louis is arguing with him about it. Claire sent a heart emoji. Anon just said accurate. I type okay and send it. Jake responds, Troy's alive. Barely. Everyone reacts with laughing emojis. Even Connor somehow got added to this chat. He doesn't say anything. Just lurks. Like me, but sadder. I close my phone, finish the episode. The main character doesn't find happiness, just finds a way to keep going. That's more realistic anyway. Happiness is a myth sold by people who profit from hope. Contentment is the best we can do, and sometimes even that's asking too much. My face when I realize I've become the side character in my own life. That face when I'm okay with it, because main characters suffer too much. Life is absurd. We're all just waiting for an ending that makes sense. But sense is subjective, and waiting is all we have. So I wait and observe, and occasionally say, okay, because in the end, what else is there? Nothing matters and everything matters. Simultaneously true and false. Schrodinger's existence, alive and dead until someone checks, but nobody's checking. So I exist in superposition, here and not here, caring and not caring. Troy the observer, Troy the ghost, Troy the friend who says okay, and somehow that's enough, for now.